Damnation! Damnation! Without even trying. I'm just hunting for Seer, running 8 mod corrupted without anything. This is like 40 divines. So these are the cards that I found trying to search for Nameless Seer. This is ridiculous. How's it going, guys? Series here, and today I've prepared for you a dust farm. Now, of course, if you play the game enough, you know that when you send shipments from King's March, you need a lot of dust, especially when you send those 17 million and 50 million shipments in order to get your divines, your tattoo, and your mirror shards. Now you can disenchant tier 0 uniques to get millions of dust. However, they are quite costly. Any tier 0 unique can cost minimum 1.5 to 2 divines to dust. Now in this new league they added a keystone on the atlas right here, and it says equipment items with rarity dropped by possessed monsters in your map have 5% chance to be converted to Thaumaturgic Dust. We'll be running 8 mod corrupted mausoleum maps. Now why mausoleum? Because I have scryed the Icy Brother and Sephiroth cards to it. I am not expecting to drop them. I am not divination card hunting. However, this is quite nice to drop. This will just add some more currency to our profit. However, I really don't care. All I care about is the number of Thaumaturgic Dust that we can produce per hour. And also the mausoleum maps do not spawn boss altars, so we can maybe get lucky with a divine orb altar. Yesterday I got one and I got 16 raw divines from it. Now this is for the maps, 8 mod corrupted mausoleum. I'll be running a sample size of 50. As for the scarabs, I will be running 4 anarchy scarabs. Each one will add 4 rogue exiles to our map, and I will be adding to that an anarchy scarab of partnership for a 50% chance for the rogue exiles to appear in pairs. And as you can see, those scarabs are dirt cheap. You can get this here 300 for a divine, and here you can get 60 for a divine. They're very cheap. As for our Atlas 3, first of all, we're blocking all the mechanics from the game except Harvest and Ultimatum because they have some expensive scarabs. We're taking all the increased effect of explicit modifiers except Chiseled Perfection because we're running 8 mod corrupted maps. They don't have quality. We're taking all the scarab nodes, favoring Amber Scarab and Cartography Scarab. And I like to take the significant trolls because we will be killing a ton of unique monsters in the map. So I want to see some more scarab drops from them. We're taking Eater of World Altars for a chance to spawn a divine altar. Singular focus, however I am not favoring any maps, so any map that drop will be converted to currency. We're taking the Quant Wheel, and finally we are taking all the Rogue Exile nodes except this one right here because this isn't worth it. It will only add 100% more life for the Rogue Exiles. This will make them very tough and for nothing in my opinion. And finally we will be taking Refiner's Bargain. So this node will make all the possessed unique monsters have 5% chance to convert their rarity drops into Thaumaturgic Dust. With this node right here, which makes all the rogue exiles possessed by a tormented spirit. This will make that all the rogue exiles in our maps will have a chance to drop Thaumaturgic Dust. And we will be encountering a ton of rogue exiles, so only from the scarabs we have here 4 times 4, we're looking at 16 rogue exiles just from the scarabs, and with a 50% chance for them to be doubled. And here we have more chance to spawn them, and here as well. Finally, we have an 8% chance for our maps to contain additional 20 rogue exiles, and of course we'll be crafting on our map device Anarchy. This will add even more rogue exiles to our maps. Now in terms of dust, currently I am looking at 4.4 million dust. I will not add anything to the duster right here. I will run the maps and see the final result. Now I don't know if there will be any highlights. I don't know if I'm gonna drop some currency, maybe some divination cards, who knows. Now before I start, I do need to say that my loot filter is very strict. I only see chaos drops, gem cutters drops, exalts, divines and annuls. I don't see any other bubblegum currency, and even the scarabs I have filtered out a lot of them. I only see low end scarabs when they're in piles. Welcome back. As you can see, the highlight clip was very small. I didn't even expect to drop so much. Let's talk about what we made. This is the tab where everything dropped. We're looking at one Valdo puzzle box, 3 divines, few stack decks. We dropped 3 Sephiroths, about a divan worth of Grand Ichors, 110 chaos. We got 1 Scarab of Pandemonium, 1 classification, 1 cornucopia, 1 blooming. These are the scarabs that are worth something. 4 blueprints, 2 invitations. Now I wasn't killing the boss, only when the Eater of World meter was filled. I also saw this ring on a merc. I think it can sell maybe for about 100C. Now let's load that up into Wheatly Exile. We're looking at around 12 divines of profit from these 50 maps. Now of course I was not targeting currency, but it was nice, we made a little profit. However, what we're looking at right now is the number of dust that we have. We are looking at 8,500,000 dust minus the 4.4 million dust that we already had. We are looking at 4.1 million dust. Now it took me on average 2 minutes and a half to run each map. This makes the 50 maps take around 2 hours. Now if we divide 4.1 by 2 hours, this will give us approximately 2 million dust per hour. Now if you were running this strat on tier 16.5s or tier 17s, of course you'll be making a little bit more profit and a lot more dust. However, this won't be as easy. Tier 16.5s and tier 17s are significantly harder, especially when it comes to rogue exiles. I wanted to make it on tier 16s so it can be accessible to everyone. Now let's compare that to tier 0 items that you can buy and disenchant for dust. If we're looking at the best price per dust item, in my opinion, it's the Rakiata's Dance Greatsword. Now this greatsword right here is worth 2.4 divines, and it makes you 1.9 million dust before quality. Here's a tip for you: always quality your good items that are worth more than 100k dust, so they can provide you with more. As you see right here, it provides us with 2.6 million dust for around 2.4 divines. Now of course we made 4 million dust with less than a divine worth of investment. So if you wanted to make the equivalent of our dust profit, you would have to buy around 1.5 of these swords, so it will cost you around 4 divines. So my advice to you, if you can afford it, you just dust the swords. If you have a strong build, run the strat on higher tier maps so you can make more dust. However, if you're poor, you can run the strat because 8 mod corrupted maps are very common these days. They're very cheap. This is a start, and these scarabs are very cheap as well. They drop everywhere. As you can see, I have a ton of them. I haven't even bothered buying some. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will leave the loot filter link and the PoE planner link in the description. And as always, like if you like, subscribe if you want, and thank you for watching.